Okay guys, so this is our paper on function notation. So at the top of your paper it's going to say equations that represent functions are often written in function notation. And so then it gives us y equals 4x minus 1. And then it has a box. So we want to write this as a function. So we're going to change the y to f of x equals 4x minus 1. Whenever we want to write it as a function, we write it like that. Okay, then it says, and I just lost my spot. Hold on, let me get back to it. Oh, where'd it go? One more. One more page. Oh my gosh, I probably have to pause it. Here it is. Found it. Okay. This reads as f of x equals 4x minus 1. F of x equals 4x minus 1. That's how we read that. Then we're going to say f of x, on that first blank, is the output. So f of x is the output, and x is the input. So you're filling in the blanks on your paper. Okay, then it gives us f of x equals 4x minus 1, which is what we've got right here. I'm going to just circle that. And it wants us to find f of negative 7. Okay, so what does that mean? That means in the x spot, right here, f of x is being replaced with negative 7. So instead of x in the equation, x and x, we're going to replace it with negative 7 equals 4. And where that x is, I'm going to put parentheses, minus 1. Now, in my parentheses, I'm going to put my negative 7. Okay, so 4 times negative 7 is negative 28 minus 1. Negative 28 minus 1 is negative 29. So negative 7, when x is negative 7, y is 29. What does that mean? Remember, when you graph, you have x comma y. In this situation, x has become negative 7. And when we input negative 7, the output is negative 29. So there's my ordered pair. This is the answer I'm really looking for, but this is it as an ordered pair. Okay, so let's take a look, and let's look at that first one there. So they're giving me f of x equals x plus 7, and they want me to find f of 5. Okay, so that just means that I'm going to take this x right here, and I'm going to replace it with 5. So x plus 5, this x is going to now become a 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. So f of 5 is 12. Okay, let's try the next one. Let's try this g of x. G of x equals 3x minus 8, and they want me to find g of negative 3. So g of, and I'm going to put all this in here. So where this x is, I'm going to now put negative 3. So g of negative 3 equals 3, instead of x, I now have negative 3 minus 8. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 minus 8. Negative 9 minus 8 is negative 17. And there is my answer. Okay, all the rest of them kind of work the same way. Let me go down to number 7. This will be number 7. And let me just kind of help you get started on that one. F of x equals 2x squared plus 4x minus 9. And they want me to find f of negative 5. Let me move that up a little bit. All right, so here we go. So we're going to say f of, and I'm going to put in negative 5, 2, and for x, I'm going to put negative 5 plus 4, and in place of that x, I'm going to put negative 5 minus 9 equals 2 times negative 5 squared. Negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. It's a positive 25. Negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. 4 times negative 5 is a negative 20 minus 9. 2 times 25, so that's 50. 20 and 9 will give me minus 29, right? So that's going to give me 21. All right, so that's kind of a long one there. Okay, so I also want to look at 8, because 8 looks like it might be a little scary. G of x equals the absolute value of x minus x squared, and they want me to find g of negative 7. All right, so g of, and I'm going to put in negative 7 right here, equals the absolute value of, and everywhere there's an x, I'm going to put parentheses minus parentheses squared absolute value. And I'm going to put negative 7 in here for my x's. That right there is probably the hardest part. Just plug it in. So this says the absolute value of negative 7 minus, now this right here is kind of like the one before. What is negative 7 times negative 7? Right, it's positive 49. Remember, you have that negative here. Bring this one down. Negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Okay? The absolute value of negative 7 and negative 49 is negative 56. The absolute value of negative 56 is a positive 56. And there it is. All right. So, let's take a look at number 9. I better do number 9. All right, let me erase all this. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at number 9. Number 9 says f of x equals 4x plus 11. Now, this time it gives me something a little bit different. It says find f of c plus 7. So, just remember, this is nothing more than substituting. Instead of calling it x, x is now c plus 7. So it's a little bit different from what you saw before. So we're going to write this. F of, instead of x, we're going to plug in c plus 7. Okay. Equals 4. But instead of x, I'm not putting x now. I'm putting c plus 7 plus 11. Now my answer is not going to be just a number. It's going to have a c in it. So I'm going to have to simplify this. So we're going to have to hippity-hoppity distributive property with that 4. Okay. 4 times c will be 4c. 4 times 7 will be 28. And then I still have this plus 11. I can put 28 and 11 together and get 4c plus 39. So f of c plus 7 equals 4c plus 39. Is it something you're used to seeing? No, but it's okay. That's what it's going to equal. Okay, I'm going to do number 10. Remember, you can always pause it, rewind it, and go back. H of x equals negative 9 minus x. And we are going to find h of 2k minus 5. Okay, so here we go. So h of, and I'm going to put 2k minus 5 equals negative 9 minus parenthesis, and I'm going to put 2k minus 5 inside those parentheses. Now, think about that for a minute. What does this mean? Does this mean negative 9 times all that? No. Negative 9 is out here in the front. What's understood that's right there, but we don't always write it? Yeah, it's understood that there's a 1 right there. 1 times 2k minus 5. So let's hippity-hoppity with that negative 1. I'm going to give you just a minute to do that, and then I'm going to do it. When you get that, combine your like terms. So, negative 9 minus 2k, negative 1 times negative 5 will be a positive 5. And then I'm going to look, I've got negative 9 and positive 5. I'm going to put those together and get negative 4 minus 2k. There's my answer. Now, I could have written it like this. I could have said h of 2k minus 5 equals negative 4 minus 2k. Can you rearrange those? Could you say negative 2k minus 4? Absolutely. Whichever way you wrote it, I'm sure it's fine. Either way is perfect. All right, so let's take a look at number 11. Because again, number 11 is a little bit different. F of 4 plus 9. Okay, so for questions 11 through 16, use the functions at the left. So it says f of x equals 8 minus 3x. And then it says I need to take f of 4 and add 9 to it. Well, before I can do this, I need to know what f of 4 is. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say f of 4 equals 8 minus 3, and where that x is, I'm going to put my 4. So f of 4 is 8 minus 12, which is negative 4. Okay, so that means f of 4 is actually negative 4. And then after I get that, I need to add 9. This is like a hidden number. What is f of 4? Oh, let me find out. It's negative 4. Negative 4 plus 9 is 5. So there's my answer. Okay, let's try number 12. Negative 2 g of negative 5. Okay, so g of x, let me go over there and look at what it is. It is x squared plus 2x. So this says take g of negative 5 and multiply it by negative 2. So let's do g of negative 5 first. Okay, so let me go back here. Sorry, my computer died again. So g of negative 5 equals, and I'm going to put my x squared in there, minus 2, and put my x in there. So that'll be negative 5 and negative 5. So, negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. Negative 2 times negative 5 will be a positive 10. So, g of negative 5 is 35. So that means I've got negative 2 times g of negative 5. Well, g of negative 5 is 35. So negative 2 times, oh, did I miss a, oh, I did. Okay, hold on. You may have already caught it right here. What should I have put right here? That was a plus. 2 times negative 5 will be negative 10. And 25 minus 10 will be 15. I just wrote it down wrong. Oh, errors happen. Okay, so 15. So g of negative 5 is 15. So let me come over here and put times 15. I'm going to replace this right here with this right here. Negative 2 times 15 is negative 30. And there's my answer. Okay, so let me look at some of the other ones. You just have to go slow. on those, but here's what I am going to do. I'm going to tell you that number 13, you should get 23. Number 14, you should get negative 53. Number 15, you should get x equals 7. And number 16, you should get x equals negative 16. On number 15, let me just kind of get you started on that one. You know that f of x equals 8 minus 3x. And then it tells you if f of x equals negative 13, find x. Think of it this way. If f of x equals negative 13, they're basically saying if you change f of x to negative 13, can you solve this equation for x? Yeah. You would say negative 13 equals 8 minus 3x. Draw your line. This is your x side, this is your number side. I would start by subtracting 8 from both sides, and then I'm going to let you finish it from there. 15 and 16 both do the same thing. Definitely try number 17. Think of it like this. You've got h of x equals 61.41 plus 2.32 times x. Basically, it's wanting you to find h of 46. So you're going to change this to 46, and you're going to change that to 46. It's just going to be a big number. Oh yeah. So let me pull that one up. Not that one. It's this other one. Let me pull this up. Okay, so let me pull this one up right here. Okay, on this one, given the graph, of f of x, find the value. So this is saying f of negative 3. So think of it like this. If I go out, this is like x equals negative 3, right? What is the y value? Is that supposed to use each one's different? Oh, yeah, it is. So I'm going to go out 1, 2, 3. When I'm at negative 3, where is the graph? It's right here, isn't it? Right here. What is that y value? 1, 2. That y value is 2. What's that ordered pair? That ordered pair right there is negative 3, comma 2, right? If I tell you x is negative 3 and I say what's the y, you would tell me it's 2. When x is 0, this says when x equals 0, what is y? Well, if x is 0, where's the graph? Go up here. Here it is, right here. What's that ordered pair? 0, comma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's try this again. I'm getting very frustrated with my camera. Okay, so when x is 0, yeah, I go up and it's 0, 5. So my y value is 5. F of 1. When x equals 1, that's my 1, what is y? So come over here to 1, go find your graph, it's right here. So that ordered pair is 1, 2. So when x is 1, y equals 2. Okay, this one right here, you try it. Okay, when x is 2, 1, 2, where is the graph? I would go down here, it's right there. It's at negative 1, 2, oh, actually, I guess it's a little further, it's about right there. I was off a little bit, it's down there. It's right there, negative 3. So y would equal negative 3. Another way to write all these, like this D right here, I would say f of 2. Okay, there's 14, sorry. 15 is negative 20p minus 7. All right, and then I know this has been a tough unit for y'all. So honestly, if I were you, I would do this whole back page, this whole back homework part. I would definitely do that. So anyway, I hope that helps y'all. Good luck. Have a great day.